Hi, I'm John Moschioni. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm a blues musician and I'm a curator of antique documents, and I wanted to share this fabulous thing about the topic of Feodini, also known in America as squash blossoms. And frequently I see people with this wonderful resource in their backyard that they don't know about, and it just kind of keeps disappearing and not knowing what they could actually be doing with it. It's a wonderful delicacy.
But I love my baby because she's mine.
My grandparents owned an Italian summer resort in Stevensville, Michigan called the Carmignani Resort. And they did that for a career, and they served Italian food every day, 3 meals a day. And I learned about Feodini growing up in my family. So this is a male squash blossom. And I'm going to pick it off right below the stem. And I'm going to take these little prongs off of here because these add a little bit of a bitter taste. So you want to make sure you take those off of there. And this is the squash blossom. And we're going to show you how wonderful these taste. A couple of female ones that have squash behind them. You don't want to pick these. But the ones that are coming out with the squash behind it, you always leave those. You want the ones that have no squash. But you always want to leave some behind so the bugs can pollinate the female ones and you'll get a squash. Sometimes there's a bee inside of them, so you got to be careful. If there's a bee in there and you pick it, you'll feel it buzzing and you'll throw it. You'll throw it real fast. You're always welcome to paint your building like this. This was done by Dan, who lives here in Worcester, Massachusetts. I'm on vacation. Okay, so we have some flour here. Have some eggs in there. We're going to take some extra virgin olive oil. I learned how to do this from my father, whose name is Edward Mario Moschioni. And the Moschionis came from Friuli, Italy. The Carmignanis was the resort that I learned this at, and my grandmother, Nella Carmignani, was from somewhere right outside of Naples. I think they both moved to the United States around 1914 or something like that. And they met in Chicago. First you gotta roll these in the flour. Then you roll it in the egg. Separate these with a fork. And they're slightly browned, so I'm going to turn them over. I want to make sure that they don't get to stick. Kind of keep them floating a little bit, I guess. And I'm going to take this other triple paper towel and I'm going to pat it down a little bit, absorb a little bit of the olive oil. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I kind of like to do this. You're just in time, Dan, for the Feodini tasting. So I like to just lightly salt it.
Who's going first?
Also known as squash blossoms, Feodini. Feodini. So, let's get it.
Yes, it's a three-handed woman.
Dan here in Worcester, Massachusetts.
She knows just what to do.
Awesome.
Yeah?
Oh, that's great.
Awesome blossom.
It's so good.
It's the awesome blossom.
Yeah, it tastes like a vegetable.
Yeah?
That's
Well,
what it tastes
she's a
like.
free
It
and
does. I was wondering what it would be.
I'm so glad because I've heard people say
Candy?
for years, like, oh, you can eat those things. And,
and she knows just what to do.
Feodini.
Magnifico.
Very good. Thank you, John.
You're welcome. You too can have.
Man,
Delicious.
she's underhanded too. Thank you so much.